So today we're going to dive into a really fascinating spiritual circuit in India called the Nava Nandi. It's this incredible journey to 9 ancient interconnected temples. And get this, the belief is that if you can complete this entire path in a single day, it can be genuinely life-changing. But let's just pause on that for a second. Think about it. Could one single day of travel, of a focused pilgrimage, actually change your destiny? It's a pretty powerful idea, right? And for countless people, the answer to that question is a definite yes, and it lies right here on the sacred path we're about to explore. And that path is called the Nava Nandi Yatra. This isn't just about covering ground, it's a journey through deep layers of faith and history. It connects 9 ancient temples, all dedicated to Lord Shiva, and they're all clustered around the town of Nandial in India. So what makes this a circuit? Why that word? Well, these aren't just 9 random temples you happen to visit. No, they are a spiritually connected group, kind of like a constellation of holy sites, that are meant to be visited in a very specific order to get the full, complete blessing. The name itself gives us a huge clue: Nava Nandi. Nava means 9, and Nandi, well, Nandi is the sacred bull. He's the divine vehicle and the ever-loyal gatekeeper of Lord Shiva. So each one of these 9 temples is uniquely tied to Nandi, making him the thread that weaves this whole pilgrimage together. So here it is. This is the traditional order, the Pilgrim's Path. It's a 9-step spiritual journey that kicks off with Pradhama Nanda Mandi and wraps up with Garuda Nanda Mandi. Let's walk through it together, step by step, temple by temple. All right, let's take our first steps on this journey and look at the first 6 temples in the circuit. Each stop has its own special meaning and offers a very unique kind of blessing to the pilgrim. You know what's really cool is how perfectly structured this all is. You start at Pradhama Nandi, which means the first Nandi, to officially kick things off. Then you move through temples tied to these big cosmic forces, like Naga Nandi for serpent worship and relief, Soma Nandi for the moon and mental peace, and Surya Nandi for the sun and good health. From there, it gets more about your personal connection to Shiva himself and to divine grace. Each stop builds on the last one. It's beautiful, really. So, after those first 6 steps, the path leads you to the absolute centerpiece of the entire yatra, Mahanandi. And the name literally translates to the Great Nandi. And let me be clear, this is not just another stop on the circuit. For so many people, this is the main destination. You could say Mahanandi is the anchor of the whole thing, a place of just immense spiritual power and significance. In fact, of all the 9 temples, Mahanandi is by far the most famous. It's a huge pilgrimage center all on its own, drawing people from all over the country, not just those who are doing the full 9-temple circuit.
And the reason it's so famous is, well, it's pretty miraculous. Mahanandi is known for a natural spring. Just try to picture this. Crystal clear, fresh water that flows non-stop, day and night from right underneath the main idol inside the temple's inner sanctum. This sacred water is considered this incredible source of blessing and purification. It's amazing.
Okay, so after visiting the spiritual heart of the journey, the path then guides us toward the finish line. The last 2 temples have a really important symbolic job. They're all about making sure the pilgrimage is successfully and fully completed. First up, pilgrims head to Vinayak Nandi. Now, in Hinduism, Lord Ganesha is always worshipped as the remover of obstacles. So this visit is basically a prayer to make sure there are no hiccups in completing the sacred vow. And then the final stop is Garuda Nandi. Visiting this temple is the symbolic finish line. It marks the successful and spiritually complete end of the entire pilgrimage. So we've walked the path together, virtually anyway. But why? Why do thousands upon thousands of people do this every year? What is the ultimate spiritual reward they're all looking for? At its core, it's all about connecting with the different cosmic energies of Lord Shiva. For many, the biggest goal is to achieve what's called Papa Kshaya, which means the removal of past sins. The journey is also believed to bring you blessings of health, prosperity, and a deep spiritual cleansing. And the part that just blows my mind is the belief that you can achieve all of this profound spiritual work in a single sunrise to sunset effort. Okay, so if you're listening to this and feeling inspired, maybe thinking, hey, I want to do this, let's get into a few practical details. How would you actually plan a trip to complete the Nava Nandi Yatra? First things first, let's talk distance. The entire circuit covers about 80 kilometers, which is roughly 50 miles. It's a pretty manageable distance, and that's a huge reason why it's even possible to do it all in one day. When it comes to planning, the logistics are actually pretty simple. You'll want to stay in the nearby town of Nandyal. From there, just hire a car for the day. But here's the most important tip, the real pro move. Start early. I'm talking 5 or 6 a.m. That way you get ahead of the crowds and you can have a much more peaceful and serene experience at each temple. Now, as for when to go, well, you've got two great options depending on what you're looking for. If you love big, vibrant celebrations, then you have to plan your trip around the festival of Mahashivaratri. But if you're looking for the most comfortable, pleasant weather, then the months between October and February are absolutely perfect. So we've traced the entire path, we've dug into its meaning, and we've even covered the practical tips. I just want to leave you with this final thought. If you were the one to embark on this one-day journey through faith and devotion, what would you hope to find at the end of the path?